My name is Joe Miller. My major is RO,
Okay.
and I'm 2 classes into my 3rd semester.
Awesome. So what you got here, show?
This is a scaled down model of a cleaner we have at work. And the cleaner at work is not automated, so this is my proof of concept to automate the cleaner. And right now, the arm is coming back to pull a basket out of the soap, and it'll move it into the 2nd station, which is the first water. And it'll continue to move the baskets on, and it'll time them as if they're being cleaned. And once it gets to the end, it'll set the basket down in the clean position and light up a light indicating that the basket needs to be removed so it can place another clean basket whenever one comes through.
Okay. And what kind of cleaning process is this? Like an ultrasonic or chemical?
Yeah, it's ultrasonic.
Ultrasonic.
But it'll use a soap solution, and then it has 2 water baths to clean the soap solution off, and then it has a dryer station at the very end before it sets it down to get picked up. But it won't move a basket on if there's a basket in the station in front of it, and it checks each individual station, so it doesn't have to move one basket through all the way. It'll come back and pick up the baskets behind it and move everything through at once as it's ready to get moved on to the next station.
So what kind of sensors do you have?
There are no sensors for the baskets. There is a sensor for whenever it homes in the very beginning, and there are limit switches for the movement going back and forth across the top.
Okay, and that would be this limit switch here.
And those will shut it down if something goes wrong.
I see. And then the other one's right here.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how do you keep track of where the position across the various stations here?
I'm using a high-speed counter module, and I have an encoder at the end, and it reads the steps, positive or negative, as it's moving. And in the program, for each movement sequence, for one bath to the other, I have preset step amounts that are stored in there. And whenever it needs to move to a certain position, that step amount is loaded into the high output module, and that module will determine if it needs to be a positive or a negative motion to get to that amount, referencing where it's already sitting.
Is there an encoder on this motor on top?
No, that one is just a limit up or a limit down.
And so there's limit switches.
There's
Okay,
one
there's
right here.
Right here, I see.
And then there's one back on the other side.
Okay.
Back here. Is the other one.
Okay, I see.
So those stop the up motion or the down motion.
Okay, cool. Now, so this is all controlled by the Automation Direct PLCs here.
DL06, and this right here is the C-Trio module. This is the high-speed counter, and it'll also double as the high-speed output to run the drivers, which are down here to run the stepper motors.
I see. Of course, here's your start-stop operation.
Yep.
All your I/O for your cabling. And you have a DC power supply. This runs off of 24 volts, pretty much.
No, the DC power supply runs off of 120.
But it's producing 28 for the
it's
or 24
producing
volts.
35 volts
35 volts.
for the drivers for the stepper motors.
Okay. But the DL06 runs off of 120 or
Yes.
110. Okay.
Yeah, and it does it has 24 volt output.
All right, for the rest of your controls. Okay, awesome. Do you have your program running on the PC now?
I have it up, but
or
it's just disconnected.
Okay, right. Okay, but this is your ladder logic to run the PLC. So it looks like it's a pretty long program. How many rungs do you have?
It is 120 rungs long.
Wow. Now notice it seems like these motors, you have variable speed on these, that they kind of slow down when it gets close, especially to the left and right.
The C-Trio module has different profiles. You can have trapezoid movement profiles.
Right.
You can have dynamic speed profiles. Now the one it's using to go back and forth is the dynamic positioning profile.
Right, because I can hear it
That's the
speeding
one-
up and slowing down.
Yeah, that one has an accel and a deaccel pulse rate, and then it has your maximum pulse rate, which is where it's going to hit as it's moving, and once it's so many steps away from its destination is when it slows down.
Now, what scale is this? Would this be a larger scale when it's in operation?
Yeah,
or?
this right here, it's maybe 1/10 or smaller.
Okay.
'Cause our cleaner right now is about the width of this room. Is
Okay.
how big the whole
Right.
unit will have to be.
Right. Okay, so this is a smaller scale.
Yeah.
Mock-up.
Yeah, this is very small compared to what it'll be when it's scaled up.
Now, is the washing stations in 4 areas like this, or is there multiple steps in the cleaning process?
There's only one more step at work,
Is the
and
fifth-
that's just a dip and drag it out.
I see.
To help rinse the soap off before it goes into the 2 water baths for the ultrasonic.
I see. Cool. All right. Awesome project. Thanks.